All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to jack this 2008 Cadillac up. And first things first is you want to make sure you've got this thing in park and that you have the parking brake set. And I'm going to switch this around. Blocks under your wheels. Make sure your parking brake is set. Make sure it's in park. I'll show you where to jack it up. In the front here for the oil change, I jacked up in this cross member right in the middle. And then I'm going to put these jack stands right here under these holes. You have another place anywhere on this metal, should be fine. Got two jack stands right there. Ultimately, if you guys have a curb, like a sidewalk, and you don't have a lot of people around, you could pull up two wheels on the side of that sidewalk, and you don't have to mess with all this jacking it up. And then you can just go ahead and pop the oil out of it and do it that way, which is a lot easier, but I don't have a curb, so. And then for your bolt, this is your oil pan here. And for your bolt, it is, I don't know if you can see this here. You see my hand? Right here is your bolt on this side here, which is the driver's side. And it is a 15, size 15 socket. And there it is, already loosening up. Make sure you have your catcher underneath for your oil, and it will go and shoot out this way, and then when it gets low it's going to start coming back this way. So having it as much coverage under here as possible to keep it off your driveway. And this is what happens when you mess it up. So yeah, I dropped the oil out, but I forgot to take the plug out of the drain thing, so then it overflowed, and I had to put my hand in it to pull that little thing out. And then of course when I first popped it, it sprayed so far it went over the drain. So this is where you need some kitty litter to clean up your mess. So also I think I would recommend using some plastic gloves if you have them, because this can be a very messy job, as you see. Hopefully you'll do better. And then when it's time to put your bolt back in, you give it maybe 10 minutes, let it drain out. Don't get crazy and be He-Man. Just snug it. There it is. It's good. And that way it's easy next time you gotta pull it out. And then here is your oil filter. Right here. And this is a 15/16. Yes, it is. Almost a 1 inch. 15/16. It fits right on there. And this is your oil filter. You just turn this sucker. Well, I have to get it off camera, but anyway, turn it that way. Pop it off and then replace the filter. And then you see this little O-ring. You should get a new one with your filter. This should just pop right out of here. And I think I use a little pick tool. Usually grabs this O-ring and takes it out pretty easy. When you put the new O-ring on, make sure to get a little old oil or something on your finger and run it all the way around your new O-ring to kind of help it seal. And this is the oil I got, Castrol GTX full synthetic. Very expensive. This was $30 roughly for this 5 quart, and then this was like 10 bucks for this 1 quart. I believe this car is 5W30, but I'll have to double check that when I publish the video, I guess, but I'm pretty sure it is. So it's 5W30 for the car. I think it's 6 quarts. And then I have an STP filter, gold one, if that makes any difference besides just costing more. And it is a S8765XL. And you can see the filter right here. It is the same as the old one that came out. I think I showed it to you, yeah. And you get a new O-ring right there. Make sure to put some oil on that too. There you go, side-by-side comparison. So same filter. Now I'm gonna pull that O-ring off, put the new one on, shove this in there, and we'll be good to go. There it is with the new filter in it, new O-ring. And I just put some old oil on my fingers from the oil change and went around this ring, lubed it up, put it on. I ended up using these tweezers. I didn't find my pick, but this worked just as well. And I pulled the old one off of that, no problem. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, and we'll put some oil in this. All right, now we're in the car. Let's go ahead and fire it up. I haven't started it yet. Lights on, oil lights off, hood's open, engine lights on because I used a non-OEM part to fix a problem, and now it just keeps the engine light on. I'm gonna have to change that part out for an OEM part. I forget what we call it, but there it is. Oil has changed. Now my wife, she never uses the trip odometer, so I just reset the trip odometer, and then I can see where I'm at for changing the oil. And oh, by the way, I change the oil every 3,000 miles, or I try to. I didn't catch it this time. I went 4,000 miles, or my wife did. But yeah, I think you could. I think the synthetic you're supposed to probably even go more. I don't know. I just go with the old school 3,000 miles. That's how I do it. Okay, so to reset the trip odometer, I just hit the up and down arrow like this, and then I hit this little up and down arrow, then I hit this little check mark, hold it, and it resets the trip A and trip B. Or reset. There you go. Oil change is complete.